start recording on this. There's a guy out there named Ranting for Vengeance that has a really big problem with One Piece. If you don't know what One Piece, it's a Japanese manga / anime that was made by Ichiro Oda. It's been like my life. I fucking love it. It's the symbol that's on my beanie right here. This guy has a lot to fucking say about it, and I want to respond to it. But let's get into this internet weirdo. This is, anime is not woke, you moron. One Piece is a ripoff. First of all, I can see that you have no dentist in your area. It look like your two teeth over there is gangbanging, my guy.
How?
You look like a shale pate of eggshell white, and your hair is unkempt beyond belief. All right, let's tell you tell me how One Piece is bad, while you look like you're targeting your plan for a school.
So, two things need to be said that'll probably piss a few people off. Number one is stop trying to make anime and manga woke, gay, and retarded. And number two is that
woke, gay, and retarded. This guy's from Dublin.
So-called most political manga and anime of all time, One Piece, is actually a ripoff. But before we
how
get into it, if you hate these types of people as well, then maybe consider subscribing. And I want to say thanks to the people who've been watching the channel, subscribed, and supporting me over on Patreon since the very start. It just shows you how many comic book anime
I appreciate everybody here from subscribing and supporting me through Streamlabs.
Manga fans woke shit. Speaking of which, this post is blown up all over Twitter, and it's a massive issue right now that people are talking about. And don't worry, I'll get onto One Piece in a second and how big of a ripoff it really is. But first, I think we need to cover this guy that runs a massive anime channel on YouTube called Mother's Basement. I've seen him a good few times, and he just makes
Bro, Mother's Basement is pretty fucking dope.
Most retarded videos of all time, spreading misinformation about classic manga and anime and just being gay all the time. And would
being gay, he's being gay.
You know it, he's one of these guys that love saying how political something is, but when somebody with a different political opinion likes,
god damn, your teeth are fucked. Like, I thought my teeth were bad. Like, bro, like, it looked like your boy Hulk behind you went smash on your dental plan, bro.
Who's laughing now?
they have a massive problem with it. And that's what's happening with One Piece here, which is something I don't watch or read. Never will. I don't really have time for something that is so shamelessly ripped off from something that is better than it in every way. But the whole fighting against the government and being a pirate thing of One Piece, these people absolutely love, and they have
the irony of someone
been loving it. Like, this guy made a video talking about how all of these different protests around the world are using the One Piece flag, which I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but this rebellious punk rock flag that represents standing up against the government and thinking for yourself is,
yeah, that's kind of like the root thing with One Piece, because there's slavery and weirdos and poverty and political oppression. Yeah, and it's a goofy rubber boy that goes around punching people. Yeah, it's all that, bud.
Actually one big massive ripoff from something that was doing it since the 70s. And newsflash, there was no gay retards back then hijacking.
There was no gay retards back there? What do you mean? There's been gay retards since ancient fucking Rome. What are you talking about?
At anime and manga and using it to fit their own politics. So finally, with that out of the way, all you need to know is that this guy runs a massive anime channel where all he does is misunderstand classic anime and manga, overhype generic shonen slop, loves being gay.
Yeah, doesn't Mother's Basement have that many fucking subscribers?
A few moments later.
Let's see.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, he does. Oh my god. Yeah, he fucking does.
And also loses his mind when an anime has fan service. Which, for the 10th time, if you can't handle fan service in anime...
Bro, I don't like fan service in anime because I can't fuck anime girls.
Women.
They don't exist. The only thing I like about fan service in anime is that there's grown women, I mean grown women, the ages of between 19 and 25, out there dressing like slutty witches and shit from anime.
Good job!
I fucks with that. I love when a big booty bitch dresses like Sailor Moon. Of course. But nobody likes Yeah, whatever.
Then go back to pride parades. And wouldn't you know it, this guy does have his pronouns in his bio. So maybe stick to doing stuff like that, like having mental illness.
Bro, you look androgynous as fuck.
You are gay.
If I put your shit in a ponytail, I'd think you would have a vagina. I think you would have a wet, sopping vagina right now.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Right now.
And maybe stay away from anime. So this guy got 93,000 likes on Twitter posting up some retarded meme about the US government and right-wingers taking the One Piece flag. So let me get this straight, you were loving it when this flag was being used by everybody and their grandmother when they agreed with you. But right now in Mexico there's something going on. I don't really know too much about it and I don't really care too much, but people
You look like you don't really care about much. Your hygiene, your sleep, the way you look, the way you act. The fact that you haven't changed facial expressions in, I don't know, almost 3 minutes.
I don't like where this is going.
are protesting using this flag against a corrupt politician that has ties to the cartel. Now, I don't even know anything about One Piece, but what part of that entire scenario goes against this flag of freedom? Really, these people are so handicapped.
Bro, you are like you're like 3 weeks of like sit-ups and losing weight from being a twink. This guy's a twink. He just doesn't know it yet.
Stop it. Get some help.
I love when people from other communities talk shit about the US like they know shit about it. Yeah, true.
Losing their minds because people are standing up to a government.
To be fair, the US doesn't know shit about them. Most Americans couldn't tell the difference between a New Zealand, Australian, and somebody from Wales.
Like what the flag represents. But just because it's a different political leader that owns you and runs your country, you have a problem with it. And tons of people like this guy are replying to it and saying exactly what I'm saying.
He said he just knows nothing. He just said he knows nothing about it. Yep, but he's not going to stop him from making a 10-minute video.
What the hell do you even mean by getting angry at people using the flag to stand up to an oppressive government? Does it mean you support the cartel and totalitarianism? Because these people's political opinions change overnight. They can align with people who are woke and gay, and then
It looks like your opinion changes after you this guy looks like he suffers from post-nut clarity. Can we all agree that this man suffers from post-nut clarity? For sure. Like 100% this guy suffers from post-nut clarity.
Can get mad at right-wingers, but one thing that they can't handle is somebody who's in the middle and doesn't support any of it, aka somebody who's a libertarian or follows the mindset of a pirate. Like,
can you not look directly at me like you're trying to steal my soul?
My time has come.
Please. Please. Your facial fucking features are concerning. You are concerning.
Their beloved show One Piece, when you actually do it in real life and say, no, I don't really care about any political leader, all of them are corrupt and should be protested against, you lose your mind. You just want people to pick a side and align with your political beliefs. And some people out there are laughing in your face because they have a backbone and don't align themselves with any political party. This guy here is some One Piece fan who's arguing with people saying,
bro, I know cool. Let's read with this. This is from the Nerd King. Shout out to Nerd King. The U.S. is literally trying to force the straw hat flag into alt protest groups to try to change how the public views it as a symbol. Don't let the literal world government try to twist the meaning of One Piece. Bro, is the world government coming down on that?
don't let them twist what the flag means. And one of the top comments says what I believe and what it actually means, saying that it doesn't stand for
Been a busy week, man. Good to see you. Good to see you too, bro.
any party, it's anti-totalitarian. And this guy responds, losing his mind and attacking this other guy because he just can't handle that something isn't aligned with left or right. And that's something you'll see with a lot of anime and manga or book or movie or anything that people try to make woke, gay and retarded. When you come in and say that the characters...
Bro, you can't tell me about anything being woke, gay and retarded when I'm looking at a woke, gay, retarded person.
Daddy, chill.
Wouldn't really believe any of that stuff. They're just in the middle, like a libertarian or somebody who doesn't really pick any side. They do with this guy and what many other people have done, where they'll argue for hours, like life and death, losing their mind because you're not a...
Speaking of life and death, I don't know how this corpse is talking.
slave to any system. This account here just destroys this guy Jeff, Mother's Basement, whatever the hell he is. Armies of these people who are left-wing and pro-authority and will argue with you when you oppose a government that actually is corrupt. As I said, I don't know too much of what's going on over in Mexico right now, but from the looks of it, opposing some corrupt...
I can't get over your teeth, bro. I can't get over your teeth. I really can't. Like, I want you to get into why One Piece is a ripoff. You're going through all this political spiel like actually people give a fuck. No. What people are using the One Piece flag for is because Luffy is literally the god of liberation. So they're looking at One Piece as a sign of liberation, a sign of freedom, a sign to get away from oppression, even though that's not what it's about. And you're making it this weird fucking pansy-ass political movement, which it's really not. It's really not. But go ahead, pop off, Weird Clean.
Politician that has some criminal ties doesn't really sound like such a bad idea. It's just because you disagree with it. You want to come in and say that, no, Luffy from One Piece would never do that and he'd never agree with you in real life. Maybe focus...
Luffy in real life cares about two things: meat and fighting. If you're not a strong opponent or a pile of meat, Luffy could give a fuck.
Less on what fictional characters would agree with your political opinions and more on figuring out whether or not you're mentally ill and retarded. And now
you are mentally ill, you are retarded, you have no color to your body, you look like a corpse.
now onto the part that is going to piss some people off if you even watch this far into the video. So, the entirety of One Piece is one massive shameless ripoff, down to the exact character design of the main character, Monkey D. Luffy, down to the use of a badass rebellious flag that is used.
It's not even a badass rebellious flag. It's smiling. Almost every fucking Jolly Roger in One Piece is more intimidating than the Straw Hats flag.
Throughout the entire manga and anime, down to the exact main plot and concept of a rag.
What do you, like, this is just an anime, bro. What are you, it's not that deep, my guy.
Tag group of people.
Speaking of not that deep, it's just as deep as you can put yourself into another woman. So, not that deep.
People fighting against the government and becoming pirates.
Also, exact archetypes were ripped off from Lupin. What? How is this One Piece? Because there's a samurai, there's a detective for some reason, there's a bitch with big titties. That doesn't make One Piece. He is retarded. He is. These are the exact same archetypes. These. You're missing a whole fucking person!
The entire thing is ripped off from something all of these woke gay retards and fake anime tourists will never ever read or watch, and in my opinion that's a good thing. It's of course the iconic masterpiece by the legendary Leiji Matsumoto, Captain Harlock. That includes the manga and all of the animes. Now I would try gatekeeping this, so I don't even know if I'm going to make a full video talking about Captain Harlock, even though I would for the people who are real anime fans and have actual respect. But some things you can't risk being given to retards like these people on Twitter. But Captain Harlock is about a space pirate who...
A space pirate! Alright, I'll let you continue before I roast the fuck out of you, bro.
Fights against totalitarianism in his ship, the Arcadia, taking a ragtag group of pirates throughout the universe, flying Captain Harlock...
Oh my god, is that spaceship the Thousand Sunny? Oh no, it's actual just a fucking spaceship, and it has nothing to do with One Piece. Okay, cool.
Flag of rebellion against Earth and everybody that stands in their way. Pretty simple, right? One Piece.
It's not, it sounds like a cool anime and manga, but it's not One Piece. Explain. Where does the rubber boy and the magical fruits come in? Oh wait.
He's just took all of that and ripped it off and nobody knows about it.
He took all of what? The word pirate? The word pirate is what? What?
Emery tipped $20.
Main character, Captain Phantom F. Harlock, might be one of the most badass characters to ever exist. He's a character that believes in fighting for what he believes in his heart, not for any country or not for any political party. And all he does is fight against a government that has been invaded by a foreign alien enemy that wants to destroy the human race. And I don't like putting allegory into stories, I think it's stupid, but Harlock does have a lot to say. It's in my top 5 manga and anime of all time, and it might be one of the best comics ever made. And the way One Piece ripped it off is not even up for debate. Captain Harlock's appearance is iconic with his scarred face.
So scars are copyright.
One eye showing all the time. Now tell me this is a coincidence that Monkey D. Luffy just so happens to have a scar in the exact same spot on his face, is seen many times showing just one eye, and also leads a ship full of pirates flying a
Bro, you know how many anime characters show one eye, you retarded ass nigga? What do you mean? What do you mean? He shows one eye. He's gotta be a little off of what? Bro, what about all the other freaking characters? Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. My god, what about, oh my god, bro! Neon Genesis copied? Oh my god, this random baby? Oh my god, bro, what? What is like, it's a common trope in anime or something. Oh, not Kaneki. Bro, Tokyo Ghoul, you ripped off that 80s anime that nobody knows about. How fucking, shut up, you stupid retard, bro.
Flag of rebellion. Captain Harlock beats out almost every single manga and anime ever made, and
So that was a f***ing lie.
it definitely beats out One Piece, just for how influential and epic it is.
No, it does not, because only you have brought that up in One Pieces everywhere.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Is in terms of storytelling and world building. I could talk about Harlock.
A scar on the face is a Bond villain trope? Exactly. Bond, bro, the people that made James Bond, you guys are fucking filthy plagiarists. Like,
Making with bringing up the fact that One Piece is a shameless ripoff is the fact that if you want to talk about One Piece's politics and what the flag means, then you know fuck all about manga and anime and
I think you're a flag, just without an L.
what it actually means. Because saying that the Straw Hat flag from One Piece means being a left-wing gay retard is plain handicapped, because Captain Harlock's flag means nothing other than rebellion to Earth and its government. And
The One Piece Jolly Roger stands for the Straw Hats. I don't know if you knew that, my guy. It means the Straw Hat Pirates. See how there's like a straw hat on that bit? You see that? It doesn't mean rebellion. The reason why the freaking Straw Hat Jolly Roger was worth that's okay, take your time. Reason why the One Piece Jolly Roger means what's it called, rebellion, the exact Straw Hats, is because when Nico Robin was took away and fucking Luffy told Sniper King, Soge King, to shoot down the government flag. They have been government opposed ever since then, and they don't even think about that. Luffy don't even care about that. He just wanted Robin back and to get some meat.
anybody that stands in the way of freedom. It's pretty simple. It's not left or right. It doesn't align with any political leader. All it means is rebellion to authority, totalitarianism, and corrupt leaders that think that they can put the boot down on the people and get away with it. My last piece of evidence for the ripoff and for this entire argument is this scene from One Piece that people keep on showing to support their gay retarded argument. The main character Luffy tells somebody to shoot down the
I just told you about this.
flag of Earth, the one world government, because the only flag he swears allegiance to is his own. You know, the skull
Yeah, like, I don't know, like a pirate crew would or something?
and crossbones. It's really original, right? Well, this scene is taken directly from Captain Harlock. The rookie pirate and main character of Harlock, Tadashi Daiba, burns the flag of Earth in resistance to tyranny, saying that the only flag that he swears allegiance to is Captain Harlock's flag.
Hey, was a bad bitch named Nico Robin inside the government building getting beat the fuck up? Oh, no. The reason why Luffy shot down that flag is because he was saving Robin and he didn't care about the government. Luffy don't know what the government is. Luffy don't even know what the fuck pants is.
気はよくわかった。
So I rest my case. There's no more
No, bro, you clip that shit so out of context. Why don't you play everything?
arguments to be made. Stop trying to make anime left-wing, gay, and woke. Stop saying One Piece is the best thing ever made when you don't know what real anime and manga is. Because the entire thing is one big rip-off and it'll never even come close to how good Captain Harlock is. And if you're a real fan who already knew all of this, then maybe consider subscribing and joining the
No, you guys should subscribe here. You guys should subscribe here. Fuck that guy. Fuck this guy.
fight against all of these woke retards. And in the words of Captain Harlock, fight for nobody's sake but yourself and what you believe in your heart. And under this flag, live in freedom. And if you got a problem with any of that, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Oi, mate, go fuck yourself. What, bro? That was the most dumbest fucking explanation for anything One Piece. Oh, it's the same as this other anime because they have similarities. All right. You know, also have similarities? Church groups and the KKK, but they're not similar, motherfucker. They believe in brothership and coming together, but one has different types of white robes. That's all I have to fucking say.